everyone, welcome to today's episode, Healing Through the Festivities, Eating Well During Chinese New Year and Hari Raya. My name is Zi, I'm a dietitian, and I'll be hosting today's conversation. So to start, maybe we can think about what festive season usually mean to us. So Chinese New Year and Hari Raya often filled with laughters, reunion dinners, open house, and of course food, right? So food is such a big part of how we celebrate, how we connect, and also how we show love. But for someone going through cancer treatment, festive seasons can feel very different. Treatment and also the side effects can make it harder to enjoy the food that once meant so much. So today, we are honored to have two inspiring cancer survivors joining us to share their real-life experiences navigating festive seasons during and also after treatment. So we are also joined by Zulaika, a dietitian who will help us to unpack some of the nutrition concerns that may come up during our discussion. So before we begin, I would just like to acknowledge that everyone's cancer journey is very unique. So there's no right way or wrong way to feel during the festive season. Our hope is that these conversations can bring comfort and also understanding, reassurance, and also perhaps a little comfort to anyone that may be going through a very similar journey. So to start off, I would love to invite both of you to briefly introduce yourself. So you can actually share whatever you feel comfortable sharing, maybe a little bit about your diagnosis and also where you are in your journey now and what the festive season usually means to you and your family. Maybe we can start with Audrey.
Yeah, okay. My name is Audrey Cheong. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Had 2 times I had a relapse after 6 years in remission, and I'm now in survivorship. Yeah. So
how does Chinese New Year usually mean to you? Is it a lot of joy?
Well, Chinese New Year is a very joyful event or festive season. So it's a get together with family. So I enjoy it and I love it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Audrey. Maybe we can also hear from Kak Jun.
Yes, I'm Jumaina Shafi. I'm also a breast cancer survivor. I did my surgery in 2021, and the second one is the uterine carcinosarcoma. I did my surgery in last September, so it's quite new. So after the 4 years of breast cancer.
Okay. May I know also, Kak Jun, how do Hari Raya usually feels to you and your family?
Oh, everyone is looking forward to, but of course, the most enjoys after fasting month, 1 month of fasting month, and of course, besides being looking forward to be beautiful, also food, food again, yes, and family, children, children's grandchildren gather together.
So it's a family time.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Audrey, and also Kak Jun for sharing. Could I also invite Zulaika to please introduce yourself?
Hi, thanks for having me here. So I'm Zulaika Zakaria, a registered dietitian from the National Cancer Society Malaysia that closely working with cancer patients to support their treatment and healing journey. So I'm happy to be here sharing some beautiful insight with our amazing, I would say, survivors who already had 2 times cancer reoccurrence. So I'm a bit grateful for today.
Okay, thank you, Zulaika. I think now we can talk a little bit more about festive seasons, specifically with Chinese New Year and Hari Raya is around the corner, right? So food is actually everywhere. So, but for cancer patients and survivors, we can see that celebrating sometimes feel very challenging. And may I also like to ask both of you, when you're undergoing treatment, right, how did eating during these celebrations actually change for you? So is it like from a very joyful event that actually makes move to a very challenging event? Maybe we can hear from Audrey also.
Well, I thought during Chinese New Year, food will be specially
Special dishes.
For me, during my survivorship, I will eat everything, in moderation, and I tend to be careful with my food that I intake and also the nutrition values. And Chinese festive food is like very oily and salty, so I would eat less of the. I would eat less and more of vegetables and non-processed food.
That's very good to hear that you are actually enjoying a lot of foods, but you take it in moderation. So it's very healthy perspective on that. You are not too restrictive on the food. Maybe we can also hear from Kak Jun.
Yeah, Hari Raya food, plenty of food, varieties of food, and variety of taste. Like for us, we have our food is always spicy and oily, so I have to modify it to less oil, and then less ingredients for the cooking of those food, and then I modify. Of course, I modify, and I will take a lot of salad and fresh vegetables to
So I can hear that both of you actually, after the diagnosis, right, actually make a lot of changes in your diet, right?
Yes,
I think there's also a mindset shift that you are trying to make your diet more healthily. Maybe because of, is it because of fear or anything?
No, it's eating healthy.
It's trying to make your diet more healthy lah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Maybe we can listen from Zulaika also, listening to what they share about their experience that they actually switch from a general food like to a more healthy one. Is it very common to see cancer patients actually switching their diet?
Okay, so thanks for the question, Ziggy. I would address on the question. I would say yes, because commonly when patients do the texture modification, we call in scientific way, which is there is closely related with the side effects of the treatment. For example, there might be experience for difficult to swallow or chewing, and then the altered taste, and also I would say that this is a common side effects during this treatment. So but I'm glad that both of you that might be not experiencing much of the experience as compared to our patient like we went through before. You're still able to enjoy all the foods. Going back to the question, it's very common for them to do this because festive seasons is actually like a celebration that like both of them sharing is more about foods. So they need to enjoy, no matter what, they still need to enjoy the foods and they need to celebrate the festive seasons, right? So I would like to highlight is that it's okay to enjoy all of them, but being moderation. First of all is to always have a mindful eating, I would say. Mindful is that we appreciate the sense, we appreciate the foods and all, and so that we can cue our body that we still able to digest all the foods, but everything is in moderation lah, like both of you said. So other than that is that always pace yourself. Do not introduce large amounts of foods at one a time and all. And festive is actually about a celebration. It's not about eating only. So as I can highlight a little bit for Muslim, we celebrating Eid, right? So for Eid it's actually about showing gratitude, showing the thankfulness. It's not about only the foods, I would say.
True.
We still can enjoy any foods, but the key is in moderation.
Thank you, Zulaika, for the sharing. I think that's a very helpful advice. So as a dietitian, I completely agree with what she said. Like it's actually practicing moderation instead of restriction. We can actually enjoy a lot of different food in a balanced and also moderation way. Okay, so maybe now moving next, I'd like to hear from both of you again. So thinking back to those festive season during your treatment period, is there any difficulties or any struggles that you face with eating? Is there any side effect that really affects your eating compared to previously?
for Chinese festive food is like a lot of protein, a lot of
Yes.
meat. So like my case, I would change the menu to more veg, tofu, fish instead, steaming or that. That will be okay.
Very good,
Yeah.
Switch. During your treatment, is there any side effects like nausea, vomiting that really affect you to eat during the festive season?
Well, there will be some side effect, but we need to eat to get our health
In order to get the nutrition right for your body to heal.
Yeah, true.
So it's very good that you have this kind of mindset that even though you experience the side effect, but you still need to eat, because there are also some patients, they don't have much appetite and then they have very serious side effect. They just tend to avoid all of the food. It's very good to hear from Audrey that you're practicing a very good kind of diet. Okay, maybe Kak Jun can also share, is there any side effect during your treatment that really affect your eating during the festive season?
So far, not much, I should say. As you know, Hari Raya is always meat and chicken and all those rendang, something like that. Yeah, I take a little bit of everything, a little, but I introduced another rendang, which is egg rendang. Egg rendang and other egg food, So which is, I should say, is healthy, and then kita tak muak tau.
So you find something that can actually reduce your nausea feeling lah, compared to the general rendang. That's very good modification, I would say. Thank you for both sharing this one to us. I can see that side effect for both of you maybe not affecting that much, but also you guys managed to make some modification to your diet during the festive season. So maybe Zulaika can share some tips to actually navigate a side effect, even though both of our survivors not experiencing much side effect, but maybe our audience will be interested to know if they experience kind of this side effect, how they can actually manage it during the festive season.
Okay, so I would like to highlight that the side effect is very common during undergoing treatment. It can be like altered taste, it can be like difficult to chewing, swallow and all. And I would like to highlight also that our God has created our body in most amazing ways. So our resilience, each person's resilience and also tolerance toward the treatments might be different. Some of them might be having an adverse side effect, but some of them might be light, or maybe none of them having this kind of side effect. So the practical, when we talk about the nutrition practicals point of view, is first of all, if you have this kind of side effect, but at the same time you want to still celebrate the festive season, you still want to eat all this kind of celebration foods. So first of all is back to the basic, which is as our food pyramid also always guide us to be complete and balanced meal. So when it comes to complete and balanced, so that you can control most of your food intake. So for example is always have your plate that full of carbohydrates, protein and also some vegetables. Other than that, if you experiencing side effects like nausea, so like I said earlier, please don't introduce a large amount of foods at a time. So you can make it like a small portion but more frequent in a day. And other than that is that always hydrate yourself, and always hydrate yourself with plain water, I would say. The best practice lah. And then also choose a food that is more lighter. I think all know that celebration or festive foods is actually a heavy food that lots of strong flavor, heavy in terms of calories, in terms of I mean all the perasa and many things, but there is some always a practical tips that we can do is actually for Malaysia, I would say for Malay, even though we have during Hari Raya we have rendang, it's I would say a heavier food, right? Rendang, we have ketupat, we have lemang, but some of them might be not see that we actually have a complete and balanced meals. For example, like laksa. So for laksa, we actually have carbohydrate, we have protein from eggs, and also we have veggies and salads inside. So we can make it as a healthier food to choose during the celebration day. Other than that, it's always to go back to the moderation lah, instead of full restrictions. What I'm trying to say is that you can still enjoy all of this, but you have to manage all the side effects accordingly lah.
Thank you, Zaika. I think that's a very practical tips. So just now actually we have discussed a lot of challenge eating during festive season, right? Like physical challenge. But I think food is also deeply tied with your family, your culture, and also your tradition. So maybe during the treatment, when some of you are not able to enjoy certain of the dishes, I was very curious that did they bring up any feelings of conflict or any pressure, or you actually feel guilty not to eat, or you actually eat the food during the festive season?
Oh, for me, I would join in the gathering with my family, though that I don't eat everything. I would eat everything in moderation as what my family member would eat, and I would like I don't feel guilty.
That's very good to hear.
It's not. It's a joyful when I feel guilty. I eat everything in moderation. Eating kueh, which is very sweet, it doesn't harm you, right? So it's okay. Join the reunion dinner and have fun with the family members. That's about it.
This is a very healthy perspective. Very encouraging to hear as well that you have managed to enjoy all of the food and also not to feel guilty. It's actually very good to have that kind of mindset. Maybe Gak Jun can also share during Hari Raya, right, when you are not able to eat certain food, because during treatment, doctor always advise us not to eat any raw food, right? So if there's any raw food or half-cooked food that you are not able to enjoy, do you actually feel very pressure or feel very guilty?
Not at all, because I came from a mixed family with Chinese, Indian, and Malay inside there. See, so during the festive day, because they came to my house as the center of everything, see, I have to prepare 3 types of traditional food. Yeah, so I realized that I eat almost everything, because I understand that the herbs and the ingredients they use is also healthy. It's good for health issues, you know. So I'm not worried about that. See, and then so I think I joined them, and then especially with all the grandchildren, have fun, and the neighbors that come in. That's the time, and friends from all over, and also the cancer survivors can come. That's the time we meet, you know. So food is there, it's not a problem, and then to have those eating food is not a problem at all.
So it's very good to hear from both of them. Actually, they don't have the kind of like feeling guilty because of not able to enjoy the food. They try to eat all of the food on the table, but in moderation. But I also understand that some of the patients, they may feel guilty or feel pressure during the festive season when they are not able to enjoy the kind of food, right? But there's actually no right way or wrong way, right, to feel guilty or not to feel guilty. Okay, so maybe Zulaika, from your perspective as a dietitian, right? How can the patients actually balance their needs and also still feel in a part of the celebration? Would you recommend patients to restrict any food, or actually they can just enjoy whatever food on the table, like both of our survivors did.
Okay, so thank you, Ziggy. I think that was an interesting question, and a timely question to ask. Okay, so first of all, that I would like. I'm really glad that both of them, I think they were doing a good job in managing their nutritional status, in managing their diets. So congratulations. I think they also can be a dietitian aside from us. Okay.
Inshallah.
We learned a lot on the way during our survival.
I see. Okay, so I would like to address on your question. Actually, the cancer survivors do not have to completely avoid any food during the celebrations, because as I said earlier, that if they practice a moderation rather than restriction, so you still can enjoy all the foods, you still can enjoy the moments of the festive. Just having a conflicted or feel guilty is actually very common, because when we relate to the festive seasons, there always connection with the foods and also memories. As Kak Jun said earlier, that memories together with all family members and children and all. Okay, so back to our practical tips. First of all is always to having a moderation rather than full restriction. Second is always to hydrate yourself with plain water. So for example, if you just go to like opening house or some invitations, so maybe you can feel that the foods that will serve to you may be a bit heavier. So indulge yourself first with food that high in fiber, for example, like fruits, vegetables, and make it to complete and balance first. And then after that, you can have a small but frequent meal after that, maybe when you went to the opening house and all. So you don't have to completely avoid, because festive seasons is for everyone to manifest, is everyone to celebrate and everyone together with all of our family members, and some of them might cooking something that rare we can get throughout the year. So I would say that we still need to manfaatkanlah apa yang diorang buat and all, but at the same time we still need to guide yourself to be in this recovery process. So please bear in mind that a festive season, it always can support your recovery journey.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Zulaika. I think it's a very insightful answers from you. I think what Zulaika trying to say is that actually is finding that balance is what is the most important thing. And I think the advices provided by Zulaika is very helpful also, and showing how actually small adjustment can make a very big difference. So it's also important to remember that festive season isn't just about eating, right? Like what Zulaika mentioned just now. Being present and also sharing your stories, make any life updates with your family members and also your friends can also be very meaningful. So we have to focus more on the connections and not only on the food itself. Okay, so maybe right now we can listen about a bit on the brighter side. So during the festive celebration, right, is there any little moments or achievement that makes you feel proud of yourself, and also you feel very joyful about how far you have actually come through during your cancer journey? Is there any little moment that make you feel happy during the festive season?
Well, during the festive season, I'm proud of myself because I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor, and I'm strong enough to fight the battle and go through all the treatments, and also strong enough to show my family having cancer doesn't make me a weak person. So life has to
make you a stronger person.
Yeah, it made me a stronger person. I know stronger person in the sense that I eat healthily. I know what to eat. I know I need things that I need to do to survive. Yeah.
Thank you, Audrey, for sharing your stories. Okay, maybe we can also hear from Kak Jun on any of your little achievement.
Yeah, I took it very positively. I had 2 surgeries, and I felt that life was testing me how much more I could go. I could take it, you know. But true enough, I found strength in Pink Unity, the support group that I joined. Yes, yes, yes. I've rebuilt my spirit, and I rediscover the joy of being alive.
Very good to hear that both of you actually find strength and also support from your family members, and also support group that you make new friends that actually share similar experience with you. So this is a very beautiful moment, I would say. It's very inspiring to see how actually small milestones during the festive season can actually bring so much strength to our cancer survivors. And also maybe one last message before we close, we would like to hear from our cancer survivors. Is there anything that you would like to share to other survivors, and also especially for those who may be worried and also they have been very confused during festive season? Any one last message that you would like to advise them?
Having cancer is like there's no limit to your capabilities, and doesn't mean that you cannot go out of the house and have time with your families and great time with your friends. Just go out and enjoy yourself, and maybe join a support group, make new friends, and
Join in the wellness class.
Join in and do something that you love. You love. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very good to hear that. Actually the very good brighter side of the advice also for our patients that may go through a very similar journey. Kak Jun, do you have any advice also to give to our?
Yes, of course. Yes. Okay, 2 friends out there. Build a meaningful relationship with your families, community, and also join like our friends said, Audrey said, join the support group, which is very, very important. I did, and I have the best time in that support group. Okay? You can share your journey of the resilience and gratitude, you see, and experience that celebrate the healing power of love, the friendship, and of course the unity. Very important.
Thank you for both for sharing your insights, and also I think listening to both of their journey and also the challenges they have come through, and also the small achievement they have made through, it's actually show how inspiring they are. So I'm sure many cancer survivors out there may feel very inspiring as well. So before we close, we also like to invite Zulaika to share some key nutrition advice or any last advice for the patient before we close our session.
Okay, so thank you, Ziggy, and also thank you to both of our amazing speakers today. I'm happy to hear that your sharing is very positive, even though currently undergoing the treatment and having the cancer recurrence and all. Okay, so my advice is especially to our 2 amazing speakers and also to all the survivors out there. Please bear in mind that festive seasons is actually can be both enjoyable and also support your recovery process. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to be stressed what to eat, what to avoid and all. But back to our sharing earlier, which is complete and balanced meals is the main important goal, and also having a rather than restriction, having eat all in moderation, I would say. So because of festive seasons is always have something that we can do. We can do a little bit switch on the food choice. For example, like Madam Audrey shared that for Chinese celebration, there's a lot of proteins and also some vegetables. So it's very good to have them. But you still have to control your portion and have in moderation and all. And aside from that, always give space to your body and always heard cues from your body. If you feel fatigue, if you feel like you don't have to join or anything, just always give yourself time to have a rest and all. And so, other than that, always make a healthier choice. Instead of drinking sugary beverages, choose plain water. And aside from that is just to ensure to have always complete and balanced meal. Second is to have in moderation. The third one is to have nutrients balanced food. For example, that's something that complete with carbohydrate, protein, and also some fruits and vegetables. And I would like to share with all of you that please don't seeking any information that wrongly giving you that something evidence that not evidence based, I would say. So it will be given you feeling of scare and all that will worsen your recovery process, because festive is doesn't about it at all, but it's like a celebration to be more joyfully, to be more included into the season.
About the connections, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Zulaika, for the practical and also encouraging tips. I think what you're sharing actually ties all of it beautifully together. So I think once again, a heartfelt thank you to our two amazing survivors, Audrey and also Kak Jun, for sharing your personal experiences, challenges, and also your moments of truth. So your stories are truly inspiring. I hope today's conversation has given our listeners both guidance and also reassurance that it's very possible to celebrate the festive safely, mindfully, and also joyfully. So thank you all for listening to this episode, Healing Through the Festivities. Wishing all of you a meaningful and also nourishing festive season, and we'll see you again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.